Welcome to Open History channel. Be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on more video like this one.
In 1898, the Spanish reconcentration camps in Cuba led to a horrific loss of life. These remains serve as a silent witness to the brutality of war. On Christmas Day 1989, Nicolae and Elena Ceausescu faced a firing squad after a decades-long reign of fear collapsed in days. Their execution marked the violent, sudden end of the Cold War's most repressive regime. 3,000 years later, AI brings Queen Hatshepsut back to life. Witness the face of the woman who ruled Egypt as pharaoh and shaped an empire of gold. Robert Duvall, the legendary star of The Godfather, has passed away at 95. His powerful performances and dedication to craft changed cinema forever. The 2017 Eppelsheim find revealed 9.7 million-year-old teeth that look human, but were found in Germany. This discovery suggests evolution is older and more complex than a single African origin. In 1942, Leopold Leixner captured these intense street battles near Novorossiysk. He was killed days later, leaving behind this haunting record of war. Gallic warriors slammed into Roman shield walls with raw fury. Fact: while Gauls used individual strength, Romans used disciplined scutum shields to create an impenetrable steel fortress. In 2002, one man's battle with a rare jaw cancer led to a radical surgery that saved his life, but removed much of his face. Through 40 surgeries and pioneering prosthetic engineering, he reclaimed his voice and dignity, turning a personal tragedy into a global mission of hope. In the 1960s, Silvia Cosina was a global icon of Italian beauty. Her pictorials in magazines like Ace captured the glamour of an era. In 1936, the streets of Camden, New Jersey, became a battlefield during the RCA Victor strike. This moment captures the raw friction between labor and law as a police officer pins down a striker amidst a desperate fight for workers' rights. DNA is rewriting the British story, revealing that the legendary Celts weren't Central European invaders, but descendants of Iberian fishermen who sailed from Spain 6,000 years ago. In 1923, a disabled veteran begs in Berlin. Despite medical advances saving his life, economic collapse left him and millions more in poverty. In 1983, David Bowie transformed into an aging vampire for The Hunger. He spent 5 hours a day in makeup to create this haunting cult classic. In the shadow of the Korean War, an American soldier leans on his comrade, a silent scream of grief for a friend lost in battle. Beside them, a corpsman calmly marks a casualty list, capturing the haunting contrast between raw human pain and the cold, systematic tally of war. In 1970, Wendy Richard charmed audiences in the comedy Up Pompeii. This early role marked the start of a legendary career in British television. In 1945, an F-4U Corsair snapped in half and ignited after slamming into the USS Bennington's tower. This image captured the lethal risks of carrier aviation during the fierce air campaign over Iwo Jima. In the 1920s, before radar, soldiers used these giant acoustic mirrors to listen for enemy planes. It was a world where ears defended the skies. In 1902, Fred Stone and David Montgomery brought Oz to life on stage. Their iconic portrayal of the Scarecrow and Tin Woodman defined a legend. In 1887, Heinrich Hertz proved invisible waves exist but called them useless. Fact: this discovery birthed radio, Wi-Fi, and GPS, proving the useless spark can change the world forever. Saka nomads versus medieval Turks. Facial reconstructions reveal a shift from Iranic to Inner Asian features. Fact: genetic shifts from R1A to Q and C lineages mark this era of vast steppe migrations. Between 1966 and 67, John Lennon underwent a radical change. This single year transformed him from a pop star into a counterculture icon. In 1914, Ford took the Model T to the Great Sphinx of Giza. This daring photo proved the car could conquer the world, linking ancient wonders with modern life. Archaeologists in Spain found an elephant bone that may prove Hannibal used war elephants in Europe. Fact: discovery of skeletal remains is extremely rare, finally providing physical evidence for the legendary battles against Rome. In 1857, Abraham Lincoln refused to fix his messy hair for a portrait. This image remains a symbol of his raw and honest character. "28,000 years ago, a teenager known as the Prince was buried in an Italian cave with ivory and shells. Though killed by a bear, his lavish grave proves that even in the Ice Age, humans honored their elite with profound ritual." In 1948 Chicago, students at Lane Tech practiced driving in mock cars built from salvaged police cruisers. These static trainers allowed teens to master steering and shifting safely before ever touching a real road. 15,000 years ago, the Magdalena woman walked the plains of France. Once mistaken for a young girl, modern reconstruction reveals a woman of 30, her faint Mona Lisa-like smile bridging the millennia to remind us of our shared humanity. In 1942, General Theodor Scherer survived the 100-day siege of Kulm. His beard remains a symbol of the hunger and cold his men endured. In 1957, the world watched the union of Arthur Miller and Marilyn Monroe. It was a rare meeting of brilliant minds and Hollywood magic. In 1863, Aquia Landing was frozen in a moment of stunning clarity, showing soldiers amid stacked muskets and heavy packs. The detail is so sharp it feels modern, a century-old witness to the grueling logistics of the American Civil War. In 1960, Joan Collins dazzled as Melanie in Seven Thieves. Her role as a glamorous showgirl helped make this heist film a classic of its time. Discovered in 1960, the Petrolona skull is over 200,000 years old. It remains a vital link in the story of human evolution in Europe. In 1944, German sailors on life rafts watched the Canadian plane that sank their U-boat, only to be lost at sea forever. Fact: despite being spotted, the harsh Atlantic conditions made rescue impossible, leaving their fate to the waves. Annie Oakley's words, "I ain't afraid to love a man, I ain't afraid to shoot him either," defined a woman who mastered the rifle with grace. She proved that independence and affection could coexist, turning sharpshooting into a legacy of female strength. In 48 BC, Pompey the Great's overconfidence led to his total defeat by Caesar at Pharsalus, ending his legacy. Fact: despite outnumbering Caesar 2-1, Pompey's hesitation and tactical errors forced him to flee, eventually leading to his assassination. In 1968, Elke Sommer brought glamour to the spy comedy The Wrecking Crew. Her iconic style defined a vibrant era of Hollywood film. In 1988, The lead coffin of Anne d'Allegre revealed a 400-year-old secret. Her teeth were held together by delicate gold wires. This painful 17th-century dental work was a desperate, hidden struggle to maintain her aristocratic beauty and status. In the 1950s, phone booth stuffing became a global sensation. It was a time when students pushed limits just to see how many could fit inside. In 1963, a Sicilian family travels together on their Lambretta. This simple moment captures the heart and style of Italy's golden era. In 1912, the sheer force of Theodore Roosevelt's personality drew crowds that defied gravity. Men perched on rooftops and clung to telephone poles just to catch a word from the man who survived an assassin's bullet and still kept speaking. In 1869, the barbershop was a vital social hub. This rare look revealed the ritual of grooming and community long before the modern era. In 1944, Free French pilots flew P-38 fighters over Provence. The cross of Lorraine on their wings symbolized the nation's defiance. Buffalo Bill was the ultimate showman, turning his life on the frontier into a global legend. Through his Wild West shows, he preserved a vanishing era, bridging the gap between the raw reality of the plains and the timeless myth of the American cowboy. In 1949, Angela Lansbury married Peter Shaw. Their wedding marked the start of a 54-year romance that remains a Hollywood legend. In 1880, the Loping-on Stone stood as a vital aid for horse riders in Newcastle. It remains a silent witness to centuries of city life. In the shadow of the gallows, two men stand bound and defiant during the brutal transition of the early 20th century Balkans. Surrounded by soldiers, their final moments capture the raw, uncompromising nature of ideological and territorial struggle. In February 1942, a soldier finds a moment for a bath in Tobruk. It was a rare luxury amidst the dust and heat of the Desert War. In the isolated fields of South Carolina, Maud Callan became a lifeline, traveling 400 square miles by lantern light to heal the forgotten. As a nurse, midwife, and angel of the twilight, she delivered hundreds of babies and brought dignity to a world of hardship. In 1945, 16-year-old Jackie Bouvier was already learning to stay composed. Her grace wasn't just style, it was her armor against the world. In 1795, Albert Kramer and 3/6 Joseph Fassler, known as Lofty and Sepetoni, walked London. Kramer's 79-year life made him the tallest person in history to live past age 60. In 1863, Salomon Mescal stood before a camera in Paris. His portrait captures a life at the crossroads of Algerian heritage and French history. In 1734, Tintagel Castle stood far larger than today. This engraving captures a legend being slowly lost to the Atlantic's erosion. In 1944, Frank Spear walked 400 miles across Europe after being shot down. His journey from pilot to prisoner is a legend of survival. In 1560, Amy Robsart lived in the shadows while her husband served the Queen. Her tragic life remains a dark mystery of the Tudor era. In In 1953, a group of brunettes staged a playful boycott of Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, cheekily protesting the cinematic spotlight on Marilyn Monroe and Jane Russell. This clever marketing stunt turned a film premiere into a vibrant, tongue-in-cheek battle of the hair colors. In the 1960s, Claudia Cardinale became a global icon of beauty and talent. Her presence defined the golden age of Italian cinema.
Thanks for watching. Got an idea for a forgotten era I should explore? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to make it.